let's head over to the boarding lounge, right? Yeah? Just work our way through, see who all we can meet. Yuri's been unhelpful. Hopefully we can meet some more astronauts. Astronauts. So this is where Mr. Terran was murdered, with a giant seahorse alien monster. What is going on over there? Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see, that diagram the police made again. Right now we're in the main building here on the right side of the 3rd floor. Clay and Mr. Starbuck fled here from Launch Pad 1 after the explosion.
You there, no admittance without express permission.
We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We've come to investigate.
Sorry, nobody gets in without permission, not even the police superintendent. Can't have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me.
So Detective Fulbright's here, huh?
Yeah, he's in the Launchpad 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him, and then we'll talk.
Leave it to me. I'm great at getting intel out of Detective Fulbright. Let's see. What trick should I use on him today? I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid. So, to get to the Launchpad 1 corridor, we just have to go through that door with the blue rocket on it, I think. Wait, that door. It looks awfully familiar. Good eye there, boss. This is the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad. That explains it. The fingerprint system's been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through. Now come on, let's go! Alright. Let's get going. Get some permission.
Robot, clean floor. Floor dirty forever. Must clean. Clean floor. Robot clean.
So this is it, huh? This is the corridor the two of them used in their escape. Yep, this is the only thing connecting Launchpad 1 with the main building. I see police tape down at the other end. I guess we won't be looking at the launch pad. After the explosion, this whole corridor must have been filled with smoke. And the launch pad itself was probably a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them. Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there. Arguing with a robot.
What should I do? Which path is the path of justice? Ugh.
He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor's a straight shot.
Huh? Ah, it's you lawyer people. Welcome to the Space Center. Enjoying a relaxing day off, are you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing?
We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. Do you have any info to share? Boss, if he acts at all reluctant to give us information, we hit him with the whatever shall we do act. I'm sure he'll fall for it. Got it? Are we trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something?
Info on the case, huh? Alright, I'll gladly share some with you.
Huh? What just happened?
Detectives and lawyers seeking truth and justice side by side. I like it. Just take whatever you want from me, you info bandits. I'm in a generous mood today. Stick your hands in Bobby's pockets. Pick out whatever you want.
I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today.
Well, we need information, so let's run with it.
If you say so.
Okay, Bobby.
The crime scene. Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene? There's an officer guard and we can't get in. Oh, whatever shall we do?
That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. It's fine. Investigate to your heart's content. Take a week if you need it. A month even. I don't care. Shall I have some snacks delivered? One of my men gives a mean neck rub.
No, that's okay, but thanks? Definitely not the Fulbright I know. Detective Fulbright's acting sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head or something? Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. Alright, thanks for the permission. You were here at the Space Center at the time of the instance, weren't you, Detective?
That's right, I was here on a security assignment.
The police are required to secure rocket launches now? I didn't know that.
Yes. Well, you know us, to serve and protect. Ha 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 ha! The explosions occurred while I was here on duty, so I started leading the evacuation.
Suspicious? He's leaving out a lot of details, but okay. Could you tell us more about what happened?
Of course, the bomb went off on the second floor of the main building. Right after that, the one over at Launchpad 1 also blew sky high. So I immediately instructed the visitors and the employees to evacuate to the shelter.
The shelter?
That's right, there's an evacuation shelter in the basement of the Space Center.
Alright, don't take the elevator, since there's an explosion right there.
It's there for accidents and emergencies and the like.
So, where were you when the first bomb went off?
I was on duty on the 4th floor. It was quite the madhouse, I'll tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account of the explosion. And the stairs on the 2nd floor were destroyed, so we couldn't go that way.
Then wasn't it impossible to get down to the basement shelter?
No, we lowered an emergency ladder from a 4th floor window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable, but at least it reached the ground. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any other survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too and headed to the shelter.
Wow, what an ordeal. But climbing down an emergency ladder kinda sounds fun. Thank you for your answers, Detective. They were very helpful.
Just a moment, I have some more information to share with you. But don't tell Prosecutor Blackwell, okay?
Wow, and Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash, too.
Well, never mind that, haha. I thought you should know that there was a witness.
Tell us about the witness. Could you tell us more about this witness?
Sure thing. The witness was a Space Center employee who was on the 4th floor. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window into the 3rd floor lounge.
So, she was looking into the crime scene from the outside.
That's right! It was just a matter of chance that she saw something important. Not that I know what she saw exactly yet, though.
You don't? But that's the most important thing of all.
Ha ha ha! Don't you worry, I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be somewhere here in the Space Center. You might even run into her.
A 4th floor employee, huh? Alright, thanks for the info, Detective Fulbright. Gee, you sure are being cooperative, Detective. A little too cooperative, even.
Yeah, well, actually,
Something you can't talk about?
yeah, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. It's definitely not something you should be suspicious of in any way. Yeah. Well, I'll be on my way now. Bye!
What was that all about? Something's definitely going on. I'm gonna get it out of him the next time I see him. Okay. I'm not so sure he'll talk about it, though. Well, we have permission to investigate now. Let's head back to the boarding lounge. Wow. Boarding lounge. You two. Detective Fulbright's granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub too if you'd like. I'll rub any part of your body. All you have to do is ask. I'll do it. Oh, that's fine, thank you. Thank you for the offer. Please no. Please do not. Please do not. Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. Now let's see. Where's that diagram again? So this lounge is on the 3rd floor of the main building. And according to Apollo, this is where he believes a third party killed his friend. Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of this third person then. Any part of your body. That's right, even your head. You read my mind, Athena. We'll make that our first priority. There's just one problem though. This room. It's just so big. Don't worry. We can use this to help us. A Space Center pamphlet for tourists? Yep, picked it up at the entrance. The maps inside should come in handy. Let's see. Yep, here it is. A map of the lounge. This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright. Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier. Space Center pamphlet. Added to the court record. That's going to be useful. Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down the third person. Wait, there's just one more thing. What's that strange creature moving around outside the window? Thank you! Finally! There's a strange creature outside the window. Oh, boss, it's just a holographic image. Oh, yeah, I knew that. Phew, that's a relief. There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off, or change it into different things. Like if you wanted to solve a murder mystery with Sherlock Holmes. That's what it says in the pamphlet, anyway. The only reason you're so eager to start is so that you can push that button, isn't it, Miss Button Presser? And what's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues. Alright, fine. Let's get investigating. Should we examine around, maybe, in here? Because, yeah, this thing... I want to find out what's going on. At first glance, it looks like a peaceful landscape, but then there's that creature. Didn't the Hope probe go to some planet? Maybe this is what its surface looked like, covered in giant seahorse dragons. I don't know, I think it would have made the news if they discovered a creature like that. It did make quite a bit of news, though, when the probe came back. Yeah, but the Hope probe didn't even go to a planet, it went to an asteroid. That's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there. We assume. You don't know what aliens can live on. Phoenix. No matter how I look at it, all I can think of is torture device. But I guess it's a training device for getting used to zero gravity. Uh-oh, Athena has an odd glint in her eye. Is she thinking about trying that thing out? I should try to stop her, but I'm afraid she'll just outmuscle me. Hey, Mr. Wright, look at that up there! Oh, a clue. Some kind of fragment? It's stuck in tight, so that's what that glint was all about. That color looks familiar. I think it's part of an oxygen tank. I think you're right, but if that's here, it means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge. So Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder must be wrong. This proves that both the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge. So Apollo was right. The scene of the murder wasn't the launch pad. Way to go, Apollo! Good to know. I wish we could add that to the court record, because it seems important. A window, and it's right next to the holographic image, too. I bet it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality. Way off. It says emergency ventilation, you know, to clear smoke from a fire. See? It's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality. Alright, we got a door. So it looks like there are 3 doors leading in and out of this room. Well, let's check, drumroll please. Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet! We're here at this place that says Boarding Lounge 1. Here are the 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy. Okay. People usually say west, east, and south in a case like this, you know? Details, details. Anyway, take a look at the west door. That door with the rocket icon leads to Launch Pad 1. I know, because it says here in the map, Launch Pad 1 corridor. So that's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosion. Right. Next up, the right-hand side of the map, or east in your crazy world. That's the door with the satellite dish icon to signify communication, aka the control room. Yep, it definitely says control room. Looks like it has another door on the opposite side. They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from there. So it's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center, if you will. Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been here a while? But it seems they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the Hat 2 mission. So this control room was empty at the time. I've always wanted to see the inside of a mission control room, and since we're here, I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. They want to keep curious kids like you out. So the door's protected with fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through. With that much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out, Athena. So apparently the lock is also hooked up to a backup generator in case of emergencies. So it stays locked even when the power's out. Seems like it shouldn't take power to keep a door locked. But maybe the Space Center is running under Five Nights at Freddy's rules, where if they run out of power, all the doors open up. And then the aliens get you. Or the terrible cleaning robots. Alright, what about the last door? This lower door? Oh, excuse me. I mean, south door? It leads to the elevators. This is the door we came through when we entered this room, right? Yep. And of course there was no fingerprint recognition device, so it's open to anyone. But the elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion. Well, that's about it for the 3 musketeers of the boarding lounge. Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge should help us understand the case. That's why I thought we'd better have a good grasp of where all the doors go. Alright. They pointed us over here for some reason. Let's look at this torture device. Oh, look, this is where they faked parts of the moon landing. Probably. Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says. It's just a bouncy thing. Oh boy, I want to try it. Gravity is weak on the moon, so I bet I could do mid-air somersaults. We're still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling. Well, at least I could jump really high. There's a sign on the wall that very clearly says, don't jump too high. Hi, Legendary Frank. I can't control what you do, so sure, go knock yourself out. Though what good is this thing? Didn't I say in the beginning, walk on the surface of the moon? Alright, let's look at not the chair. Apparently the vent matters. That's interesting. Oh, what do we have here? Hey, I see something shiny down there. Let's take this cover off then. A ring. Wait, it looks like a metal jelly bean. It looks like a bullet. It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 to 3 millimeters in diameter. Let's see, that would make the caliber .10? A 10 caliber? Caliber refers to the diameters of a gun's barrel, right? Yes, but I've never heard of a .10 caliber gun before. This bullet must be for a special kind of gun. I bet if you tried firing a bullet this small with a regular sized gun, it would just fall right out. Yeah, it must have been a really small gun. I wonder how the bullet ended up here. I mean, we're in the bottom left on the south door side of the room, according to this map. That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look here. Yeah, leave it to Detective Fulbright to accidentally hand us just the card we need. A bullet. That's crazy. This case is getting really interesting. Okay. And whatever this is there gonna be something else in here? What's this? A trap door? It's a trash chute. The cleaning robot throws the garbage out from here. The robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. I can't wait to not have to clean. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in science fiction movies. No way. All the robots here are very nice. Actually, wasn't there one in the Launchpad 1 corridor? We can go say hi to it if you want. We probably should have, so that it didn't think we were rude and didn't have motivation to rebel against us. We're not gonna look in the trash chute? Why wouldn't we look in the trash chute? We just found a bullet in the grate. How could we not look in the back, in the frickin'... Yes, they are slightly more advanced Roombas. Very slightly. Alright, let's look at the tables. There's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there. According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs. They're like an amusement park. Teacup rides. You can power them yourself, it says. If you spin the table, your chair spins too. Why would anybody want to have something like that here? It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins. It's a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body. Just like a nice lady. I don't know. Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle 0G? Alright, we're looking at this door. I hope it doesn't give the whole same Muscador speech again. But let's check out the fingerprinter. So this is the fingerprint recognition device. I guess you put your hand on this hand mark. Why guess when you can try? Now to line my hand up with the outline. Don't, Athena, this thing is related to the case. Get your prints all over that, and the next thing you know, you'll be named as a suspect. How can you be so cruel to a little girl like me? I'm not buying those tears, Missy. This interests me more than the door itself. I wonder what this big knob is for. Looks like the knob on a stove. Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. This is what heats up the rocket ship and cooks everyone inside. I mean, it's behind a glass pane. What kind of stove would require knob security like this? Well, the knob's straight up and down, so if it was for a stove, the burner would be off. Right, if it was for a stove. Still, I wonder what it's really for. Something turned on by a knob that's not a stove? How about a rocket engine? If you had to start the engine here, the rocket would take off before you could get in. Then I guess all we can say for now is that it's a mystery knob. Couldn't somebody else do it for you? I'm pretty sure there's a large crew of people working on rockets. Pretty sure. Let's see. The door is... Where's that pamphlet? It's the launch door corridor. Here we are. It's the door to the corridor that leads to launch pad 1. We've already been through it. We went through it earlier when we went to talk to Detective Fulbright. So I guess the security lock must be disengaged now, right? They say the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. This thing beside the door, this must be the fingerprint recognition device. Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackwell talked about it at the trial. The notion of a third party at launch pad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are precious few with clearance to do so. Then, does this mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system? But the number of authorized personnel was supposed to be really small. Voila! Fingerprint powder! I brought it just in case something like this came up. I found it at the office. I've been just itching for a chance to use it. We used it in the whale case. That, I guess, is technically might not have happened yet if you didn't buy it. Wow, way to think ahead. Now, let's just dust the fingerprint recognition device and see what we can find. You got it. Now to sprinkle some here and a little over there, and poof. Let's see what we have here. Oh, we got something. Oh, it's only a single set of prints. Isn't that a good thing? Sure, wish we could figure out whose prints these are. Although I doubt we'll be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try. Well, I'm willing to bet that Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data. Right, and there's the security footage of this door too. Yeah, here it is. It came up in court the other day. I wish we could see the part of the footage just after this bit. Oh, because that would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Let's ask the detective. With the mood he's in, he'll probably show it to us right away. Unless he doesn't. because he's not really in a good mood, and he's just messing with us. It's almost too good. Let's go see if we can find him again once we're done with this room. Alright, we're done with this door. Let's see, we haven't looked at this. Oh, we did look at this. Got that, got that, got that. All of this is accounted for. Oh, the body. The place where the murder actually happened. So this is where they discovered Clay. Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at the photo. So he was stretched out like this, and... Huh? What's that thing that looks like a thermos? That's where the asteroid samples are. That's the thing that Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo. He said that it contains asteroid samples. Alright, Director Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? That they were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the Hat 1 launched. I wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see? Let's think about that after we solve the case, okay? They apparently took off his helmet and gloves after they found the body because they allegedly needed to do that to identify him. So he was in his full outfit when they first found him. Alright. Wait, one more? Alright, we've got, these look like cryo sleep pods. And another cool window. Let's get these first. Take a nap in there. Help keep some of that aging from happening. These are apparently oxygen capsules. They're for recovery after a training session. Oh, that sounds really nice. I wonder if they can change your voice. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. That's helium, not oxygen. Or argon. Argon does it too. Huh? It didn't do a thing. It's just oxygen. You breathe oxygen all the time, Athena. It's not helium, Athena. It's oxygen. Alright, those are not important, apparently. Is there anything down here? Any hint? Uh-oh, I found a Pop-Tart. Somebody shoved a Pop-Tart in here. There's some kind of panel with 2 buttons on it here. Just push it. That's the invariable principle of buttons. There are such things as buttons left unpushed. Hey, the giant holographic image disappeared. Yeah, though that side of the wall seems kind of barren without it now. Still, let's see if we can't find anything new with the image off. Oh, anything new with the image off? Let's look at this, which we haven't yet. Oh, a mirror. How thoughtful of them to put one here. Thoughtful? So the ladies can fix their makeup. One's appearance is just as important in space as it is on Earth, you know? I'd imagine that's a one-way mirror, and somebody can observe from the other side. You never know when you're gonna run into some other life form, after all. I doubt anybody who thinks like that would ever become an astronaut in the first place. They could. They probably don't, but they could. Alright, let's go back and check out that screen. With the holographic image off, the screen's completely black, which for some reason makes me think of losing an argument to Prosecutor Blackwell in court. But at least it's got my brain revved up. I come up with my best ideas at times like these. That's it? Oh, hello. There's a button. There's a thing. There's a bullet. This is like where a bullet hit. A bullet hole. That's the word. A bullet hole. Or it's a spider web. But I'm assuming it's supposed to be the bullet hole. Looks like a bullet hole. Great find, Athena. It's pretty big. Whoever fired this shot must have been using a pretty large gun. You think so? Based on my experience, I'd say this was fired from a regular pistol. Well, whatever size it was, somebody fired a gun in here, right? Apparently. This is an important fact. Do you see a bullet anywhere? Yes? No, the police might have taken it, though. We've got it! We've got it! Bullet hole added to the court record. I'm kind of sad that you don't have a different dialogue depending on whether you found the bullet or not, but okay. Let's ask Detective Fulbright about this bullet hole later.